This is Tbilisi, Georgia.
I'll be honest, Tbilisi surprised me in all the best ways. This city is packed with unique and fun attractions, dozens of historic sites, and honestly, some of the best food and wine you'll ever have. In today's video, I'll be sharing all the best things to do in Tbilisi, Georgia. If you're new here, my name is Eden, and this is my dog Melvin. I'm a travel blogger, YouTuber, and 9-to-5er, because as much as I wish it did, travel does not pay my bills. That being said, I do have a government job with lots of vacation, and I've used every last minute to visit over 30 countries so far. I post videos once a week about my travels around the world and also share a bit about life at home here in Joshua Tree, California. If you're interested in following along, please subscribe to my channel. Now, let's get back to Tbilisi. I recommend starting off with a ride on the Tbilisi cable car. It's a fun activity and you'll get a bird's eye view of this beautiful city, including Rike Park and the Makwati River down below. So I'm in the cable car that takes you to the top of the mountain here in Tbilisi. The views from up top are incredibly beautiful. It's totally worth it. Once you arrive at the top, I suggest taking a walk around and just enjoying the views of the city below. You'll find some stands selling coffee and snacks if you'd like to get something to eat. You'll also want to stop by the iconic Mother of Georgia statue, which stands over the city. You can quite literally see her from every neighborhood in Tbilisi, but it's cool to get to see her up close as well. And on my way down, I was lucky enough to get a cable car all to myself. After you get off the cable car, you'll find yourself in the city's Rike Park. Here you'll find unique sculptures, a giant chessboard, and lots of open green space. You'll also see the city's incredible Rike Music Theater, which in my opinion has the coolest design. I didn't have time to see a show here, but it did make a great spot for photos. If I'm ever lucky enough to return to Tbilisi, I will definitely be getting tickets to a performance here. Just a short walk from Rike Park is Tbilisi's other iconic landmark, the Bridge of Peace. So the bridge behind me, this is the Bridge of Peace. It was built in 1910. The architect was really ahead of his time. I'm just kidding, sorry. It was built in 2010. And it's made out of steel and glass, and it was designed to represent a marine mammal, which it kind of does, but the locals also refer to it as Always Ultra, because I guess it looks like a women's maxi pad. It kind of does, I guess. But yeah, it's really beautiful here, especially in the early morning. Sunrise is around 8:30 right now, so I got here like right at 8:30, and I've just been hanging out in the park here. But yeah, the bridge, it's a pedestrian bridge only, and it takes you across the river into Old Town. So this is the view as you walk across the bridge over the water. Huge shout out to Insta360 for this awesome footage. The bridge also lights up at night, so I suggest a visit after dark as well. I actually forgot to return for a night visit, but I've heard it's very cool. After you cross the Bridge of Peace into Old Town Tbilisi, you can wander the city's cobblestone streets to see the Sioni Cathedral, Maiden Bazaar, Meteki Cathedral, Freedom Square, the Sulphur Baths, and about a million other cool spots, along with one of my own personal favorites, this whimsical-looking clock tower, which is part of the Gabriadze Theater. So behind me is the Gabriadze Theater, which does live puppet shows, which is supposed to be really cool. I haven't gotten tickets yet, but I'm gonna try to. But another attraction that's here is this clock tower here, up there. Yeah, it's just really kind of quirky, fun little clock tower. It kind of reminds me of the one in Prague. Not the same, but you know, quirky clock tower nonetheless. But yeah, it's a good spot for photos. And yeah, just to check out. This whole street's really cute. There are a bunch of cafes and restaurants right here. So you can go to the puppet show and then come to the street here and get lunch or dinner at one of the cafes.
So I understand that recommending a puppet show to my adult audience might seem strange, but the puppet shows at this theater are actually geared towards adults and cover topics surrounding historical events, philosophy, and even love stories. My next stop was the Holy Trinity Cathedral, which I visited solely for its Georgian meets Byzantine architecture and also to get photos. The moment I saw this place online, I knew I needed to visit at sunrise to take photos here, and it did not disappoint despite the freezing temperatures. If you're short on time, though, I would skip this one unless you have a very specific reason for wanting to visit.
It's currently 7:30 in the morning. I just called for a Bolt driver. I want to head to the Chronicles of Georgia for sunrise and try and meet everyone there. We'll see. I'm not sure how busy it'll be this early in the morning or if other people have the same idea, but I'm going to try and get there. It should be about 25-minute drive, 25 minutes. Yeah, so sunset's at 8:15, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, wish me luck. It's cold.
So honestly, this was a brilliant idea, and I had the whole place to myself the entire time that I was there.
All right, so I'm gonna go walk around a bit. You can actually walk, obviously you can kind of walk in between these guys. They're so tall, it's so cool.
This was so impressive to see in person. I highly recommend seeing Chronicles of Georgia if you have the time.
This is honestly one of the things that I love the most about travel is when I'm exploring somewhere new and I'm going to see all the different attractions and tourist sites, and I don't always know exactly what it is that I'm getting myself into or like what it's going to be like. Is it really cool? Sometimes it's not. But yeah, taking a risk to get up at like 4 a.m. to try and meet everybody here, and I didn't know if it was even going to be that cool, and then it's just awesome, and I get to have the place to myself, even if just for a little bit. It's just so special to me. Yeah, these moments, they never get old, no matter how many places I've seen, how many more I have yet to see.
The last thing I'll say here is go visit Tbilisi. Such a cool city. The people there are incredibly kind and welcoming, and I can almost guarantee you'll have a good time. All right, thanks so much for watching. See you next week.